life alone. I'm so tired of never having the same person for Christmas.
When did you lose the nanny? See, I'm guiding her to stay back there a little longer. Even though this is a beautiful feeling you're having, I want you to really stay with that little one a little bit longer.
Probably
fourth
when
grade?
Well, no, I mean, that's when we moved, but probably when I went to school. I don't, first grade even.
Okay.
I don't know.
So you don't have a clear memory. Yeah. But just feeling that longing, that's that little girl who has that longing for something to cling to. That's the one that we want to really befriend and get to know. And I know it sends you into present day feelings, which are also equally valuable and beautiful. But I don't want us to abandon that little girl just yet. Just
So is it abandonment or is it fear of being alone?
Doesn't matter.
Because in that same time period, I was scared to walk down the hall to my bedroom at night, and I created an imaginary friend who lived at the end of the hall.
That was probably survival.
To try to help me go to my room at night.
Yeah.
Which I never understood. Why couldn't my parents just walk me to the room? Why did I have to do it by myself?
Yeah. So these memories that are coming up now, and just feel with that little one. Well, yeah.
Why was I so scared to go to my room?
Let's talk to her. Let's say, why are you scared? Let's ask her, why are you scared?
Why are you scared?
Because I want you to develop a relationship with her.
I remember just standing there with my hand on the wall and the light switches at the other end. And I was so scared.
Yeah, you're right back there. So
and I never have been able to break through to see if maybe I was abused, but
you're going to dip into this little by little. That's what's going to happen.
I claw my mouth with my fingernails, like a hand over my mouth. And I do it about, I don't know, every 6 or 7 months. I'll wake up and I will have clawed my mouth.
So you have a number of cues that there's some unfelt hurt back there. And you're dipping into it today in a very lovely way. And I want you to keep doing this. I know it's hard to do it by yourself. We're going to, I think we're going to have time for you to continue this with, no, I don't think we are. We end at 12, so we're not going to have time. But
I don't want to take up all the time. Thank you.
I think we have 10 more minutes, right? But you know, we have plenty of time for you, but we're not going to have time for something else that I had planned, which I'll tell you about in a minute.
That's okay. It's okay. Thank you.
No, we're coming out of it anyway for this, but I want you to you are an adult, and you can easily. It's so beautiful how you can easily access those feelings.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and where I want you to see if you can stay. And of course, as I said, this often needs a coach, somebody to be with you in this. I want to see if you can stay down there a little longer and just talk to her. You know, I mean, you'll say, well, why are you afraid? And she may or may not have anything to say back, because it's not about getting information. I'm not really thinking you should find out why she's afraid. That was a question that came to you. And so if it comes to you, just be with her in whatever comes to you as an adult. See, as an adult, you're trying very hard to understand this so you can help her. So you can help her feel loved.
Oh. I don't know. we got the first television in the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I lost my parents, because they were watching the television.
Oh.
And that's when I had to go to my room by myself.
There you go. Yeah. See, this is beautiful, because you can see how it works. It sets off a string of memories here.
I hate television.
Me too.
It destroyed our family.
Yeah. There you were in your room while your parents were watching television. There's another memory. There's another memory too. I want you to look at me. One of the things that I find useful is I just go like this. It's hard to do it with the mic, but you don't need the mic right now. I just hold myself. You had to go to your room. And
I've been holding myself ever since he left January 3rd. I've just been holding myself.
Yeah.
And not wanting to go on.
Uh-huh.
I don't think I can do it again.
Well, see if you can, when you go to that feeling, because that's one of your reactions, of course, remember when you might have felt that feeling. If you feel that enough, you'll remember when you might have felt that feeling when you were smaller. Just see if there's anything that comes up. I can't go on without any attention like this. That's a scary one to let in.
I don't know. 4th grade, when I moved to a new school and I didn't know anybody, and I was different. Too much of a Leo.
So remember that 4th grader now. Was she about 9 years old?
Yeah.
Just remember what she looked like, what it felt like going into that school. And be with her a bit. And all we have to do is just touch into these memories, because they'll come back. I'll give you some more Kleenex there.
She's the one that they made fun of when I put some multiplication tables on the blackboard. And I haven't been able to do numbers since.
Boy, that was another one. Yeah.
Oh, I've got them all.
Well, they're layered, and everybody in this room has that kind of thing. They're layered. Once you start feeling, you'll just dip in, and maybe then your mind will go to an explanation, and that's okay, because you can only dip in little bits at a time, particularly if you're by yourself. But it's really, really important to feel that little 4th grader up in front of people. I wish we had a blackboard here right now.
Yeah.
Well, we do, but I don't think that's exactly where you are right now. But where you are is in front of a group of people. Yeah. You know that. You know.
That's never scared me. That part's never scared me.
That's good. You got that Leo thing happening.
Yeah. Thank you.
Now, before you go, I want you to remember that what your life is about coming into relationship with all of your parts. That when you come into relationship with all of your parts, your relationships between you and a man or people will have a different tone to them. They'll have a different tone. There won't be less pain necessarily, but there'll be something different when you fully accept that little one who's, grasping for something to hold on to. And I love that image, because that's the one that I really want you to stay with, that grasping at the skirts of the nanny. It's so, isn't it to you when you step back from it now? It's just so moving. And if you can let yourself as an adult be in relationship to knowing that part's there. It's easy to reject that part and say, well, that's what gets me into trouble. Men always leave me because I'm too much for them, or something like that. And so you can easily kind of want to not show that part. You need to really get to know that part and let your man get to know that part. You need to find somebody who can know that part and love you. And you will know that you need that and that you deserve that as soon as you get into a more accepting relationship with that part. And I think you're well on your way.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's give her a big hand. Now, I think. I've got noon here. I think I will take some questions and answers, however.